What's up, guys? So today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to try and answer a question. Now, that would be, why should we read the Old Testament? Now, I'm sure if you watch my videos, I've said that the Old Testament is just as important as the New Testament. So, basically, let's see, yeah. I'm not sure how to really start this, but I have a Bible verse, or daily Bible verse, and then we'll kind of talk about all that stuff a little bit later. So, let's see. So, it's from actually the book of Jude at watch. Well, I like to listen to my Bible verses, or like my Bible chapters, so I listened to it yesterday, I believe, and it says, well, Jude chapter 1, verse 14. That's our daily Bible verse, which says, And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these things. Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints. So basically what I feel like is basically, if you don't know, Enoch is one of the few people in the Bible that never dies. Who never died. Basically what happened is, if I remember correctly, or if the video I watched was right. So Enoch, he was like one with God. Well, not one with God, was very righteous and very good. So he was taken up in like a whirlwind. I think that was Elijah, but he was basically taken up and never died. And what I feel like this is really like, this is saying is, he prophesies this. There's prophecy in the Old Testament. And I feel like, so I've been watching videos about Genesis. I've been listening to it. And Genesis is kind of the start of all creation, right? And I feel like that's really important to learn about, is because we need to learn about all this stuff, right? Because Jesus used the Old Testament. Like, he used scripture from the Old Testament, right? And we feel like to better understand some of his, like, teachings, we might want to learn what they already know, right? And I feel like it's really important to, because we'll have a better understanding of, like, you know how, I think in the book of Matthew, like the Sabbath and all that stuff, we will understand it better because we will learn, like, what it says, what the original text says that they're basing it off of, you know? Or like the Pharisees are basing their offenses off of to Jesus. If that makes sense, it's kind of better to understand it, to understand like the time period and all that stuff. And of course, the Old Testament is very big, right? I haven't read all the books of the Old Testament, but it takes up a large amount of the Bible, right? And it's pretty important to know, because once we know that, we may understand the New Testament better. Because, I mean, it's kind of like the foundation of the whole Bible, right? Since it was there first, you know? I feel like that's really important to realize. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one.